I simply don't think it's fair to make the argument that Avowed was supposed to be the Skyrim killer. So if your expectations were that Avowed was going to be the next Skyrim, that's kind of on you. Is it as deep and immersive as Skyrim? No. Skyrim is a sandbox RPG. Obsidian doesn't make those. Was it ever trying to be the next Skyrim? No. I watched all the trailers. That's not the expectation they set. Was the budget there to create a sandbox fantasy RPG as big as Skyrim to begin with? No. Obviously not. Obsidian may be considered AAA from an employee count, about 300 employees depending on where you look on Google, but they've got Outer Worlds 2 coming out. It's fair to say at least half of their workforce is focused on that, because it's a sequel to a successful IP. And then this is more of an experimental new IP. It's not fully new world, right? It's Pillars of Eternity, but it's a new IP, it's a new style. They're not going to throw their full budget, full workforce at it. It's more of a AA game from that perspective. Obviously that runs into issues with the price, and we'll get into that in a minute, so I promise I'll cover it. But from a AA perspective, I just don't think it's fair to assume that this game was supposed to be the next Skyrim. So maybe we should judge this game based on what we got, not what we didn't get, and not based on what you've all made up in your mind it was supposed to be, despite no real indication of that being realistic in any way, shape, or form. We should be looking at what is there, and if that properly adds up to a full experience that you as a player individually will enjoy and think is worth buying at the price point that it's at, not thinking of what's missing and if that should make you angry. Finding reasons to get riled up about it, finding reasons for why they should dislike the game and bash it on social media. It's very interesting. It's very odd to me.